Everyone, just want to comment really quick on the post that's going around on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Young girls sharing, actually sounds like obviously promoting and taking sides with, to some degree, Osama bin Laden. What happened is, his letter's been released on why he did what he did, and kind of showing support for that. And it's so confusing. It's like, we don't even understand. But there's 3 things at work you always need to remember, especially when it comes to the younger generation. Never forget these 3 things. Number 1, influence, 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 influence is everything. Where are you getting your information from? Number 1, it should be from God's word. And we would soon see that she's way off base, obviously. But who's influencing you? Because what we've seen throughout history, even at our universities, starting back, I'd say even in the 60s, 70s, things that they called them revisionist. They would rewrite American history and make it very bad, very evil, those capitalists. But what you need to do is you need to read the founders' original writings. You need to look into it yourself. Just a nation, just like a person, has great qualities. America has great qualities, but just like a person, there's an inclination to do sometimes things that aren't right. And so you see from the conception of our nation, Pilgrims, Puritans, 1620, coming over with the Mayflower Compact. Then you get into William Blackstone's commentaries of the laws of England and making our judicial system. And you see, the states, the northern states, and what their constitution said. And you see that it was God honoring. You couldn't even run for office unless you believed in God. And they wanted to honor God. And it was Christian men who brought the Salem witch trials to end. It was Christian men and women who pleaded with our government on how you handle the Native Americans. It was Christian men and women who fought against slavery. Let's not forget about Wilberforce and some of Wesley's incredible sermons. And, let's not forget about those things. So, yes, of course, there were some bad things. And usually when America would go into these countries, often it was to be a terror to those who do evil. Be crystal clear on that. I don't believe the reason God gave us the strongest military on the planet is because we're so great, we're so awesome. It's because God wanted to use America to judge wicked rulers and wicked nations. Now, when we do that, do we do things perfectly? No. Do evil men get in there and try to stir up things and get their own resources or money from it? Absolutely. Is capitalism, at the core, with if you can become too selfish, and absolutely there's an evil there, but it's actually biblical. It's biblical to work hard and to get paid. Hello. So these people they have the wrong influence. They're not going to research what the Democratic Party believed in regards to slavery. Research what the founders actually believed. Research, what did they say about slavery? You can download my book for free, One Nation Above God, at our church website, westsidechristianfellowship.org. And I've got pages of founders who abhorred the practice of slavery, and some encouraged it. Yeah, we know that, but let's not throw out the baby with the bathwater and say all of America is bad. Did you know half the signers of the Declaration of the Independence were ministers of the gospel? Do your research and make sure that a secular, godless society is not influencing you, because that's what's happening in many cases. Number 2, of course, this filters into a world view. How do we view the world? If we don't view it through the lens of God's word, we will be misled. And that's exactly what's happening. And then as a final thing, the moral compass. What is the moral compass that you are basing your life upon? And of course, it ties in with the worldview. Of course, it ties in with influence. But that's what's happening. They don't have a moral compass. So they think, well, yeah, look at what America did in these other countries, and that's why Osama bin Laden did what he did. No. You have to research and understand, why did we do what we did? Again, not perfectly. There were mistakes made. But in the midst of all that, America, I believe, had a call in many regards to be that terror to those who do evil. The number one distributor of the gospel and missions worldwide. Nobody comes a close second, but also the number one distributor of pornography. So see, where God is working, so is the enemy. So you guys, a lot of you guys start throwing out the bathwater. America is not evil. Actually, America is America evil? Is America a Christian nation? A nation can't be anything. A nation is a group of people. And so what happens is the character of the people is reflected in the nation, usually in her laws, usually in legislation. And so anyway, that's why a lot of especially the younger adults, they hear, they support terrorism because they're given the wrong information. They're like, oh yeah, these people are oppressed and America is bad. Sadly, they're drinking the Kool-Aid, and you need to spit the Kool-Aid out, and you need to start drinking the truth of God's word.